Now I know many of you have done the no heals and no blood collector run before, but I reckon many of you chose the easy peasy lemon squeezy difficulty. Or perhaps some of you utilized infinite ammo to will yourselves to victory. I, however, did not have the luxury of infinite ammo, as I did not collect enough completion points. So for my second playthrough, I thought to myself, why not do my no heals and no blood collector run on insanity? But before embarking on such a journey, I needed to do some research. So I sought out my friend who had already platinumed the game. Do you think it's possible to do the no heals, no blood collector, but on insanity instead? No way, bro. One zombie takes 8 to 9 hits to kill, and they one-shot you always. Maybe this is not a good idea. Maybe I should just go with the flow and do my no heals and no blood collector on that easy peasy lemon squeezy difficulty. Psych! We doing this thing. By now I assume most of you know how this part of the game goes. We show up as Grace to investigate the Renwood Hotel. We get a flashback, we dodge a shotgun, maybe die a few times, and then we skedaddle on out of there. Well, we get abducted. Q and Leon, who chases after us. Now this is where I realize how tough insanity mode really is. I'm starting to think about how many bullets it takes to kill one zombie. And I think to myself, I just need to run through this part of the game, conserve ammo, and avoid everybody. Little did I know this would be a mistake. You see, on your first playthrough, Leon does not start collecting credits until later in the game. However, on your subsequent playthroughs, Leon does start collecting credits from the get-go. Looking back at this footage, I realize I'm not setting myself up for success. Did I mention this is my first insanity playthrough? Now back to Grace. We collect the screwdriver, the fuse, and run away from the girl. We'll call her... the girl. Honestly, guys, I blanked. I couldn't think of a name. Now, while Grace is running away from the girl, Leon is casually chatting it up with the receptionist. I'm not sure who she is, but it doesn't matter because she meets her fateful end. And then, I also meet my fateful end. After dying multiple times, I try to strategize. I back up to the corner and shoot my pea shooter. I practice my parry, which is hit or miss at this point, and I keep it pushing. Even after finally defeating the chainsaw man, the other zombies are programmed to pick up the chainsaw over and over again. It's clear at this point that I did not come prepared for this part of the game. Your boy walked in here with a pistol and a magnum, and after many attempts it starts to dawn on me that this run is cooked. No matter what I do, I'm just not equipped to deal with this mode without my precious herbs. So I go back in time to do things properly, and my goal here is to get more credits by killing every zombie in this area. I quickly learned that you can instant kill the blister heads if de-aggroed, and you can instant kill zombies after a perfect parry. So I kill every zombie here, practice parrying, make some key purchases, and before you know it, your boy racks up some credits. With these credits, I purchased the Mortal Edge, which enables me to parry more easily. Now this doesn't mean I miraculously do any better. I still die over and over again, but eventually, I do my best to ensure I kill Chainsaw Man last, because the other zombies will attempt to pick up the chainsaw if I kill him early. So with practice and perseverance, I eventually succeeded. Albeit, I did lose a smidge of health here.
That went well.
After making my way through the care center, I run into Grace and end up getting abducted. Except this time, as Leon. Creepy guy in the snake coat has a thing for abducting people, but maybe he abducted Leon for other reasons. But anyways, back to Grace.
We'll be fine.
We meet another girl, this time a real girl. One who's a little less creepy, and she's locked away, so now our goal is not only to escape, but to rescue this girl and bring her back to her parents. She has parents, right? With the power of the West Wing key card, we make our way to, you guessed it, the West Wing. We bump into Le Chef. He's making biscuits and gravy tonight. Trust. I learned that we can get him to push the cart like so, de-aggro, and then sneak past him. Probably not the fastest way, but this worked for me. After playing hide and seek with both the light switch zombie and the cleaning lady, we get to the dining room where we pick up a handgun. Where the fuck is the handgun, dog? Is there really no handgun here? Now I'm sweating bullets. My juke skills need to be on fleek at this point. The only other handgun I know of is the one in the bar and lounge, so hopefully there's one there. Okay, there it is. But now we need to grab it without losing too much health and without dying. Easier said than done. By the way, you can juke this guy on the stairs. This bar and lounge part really took me a hot minute. My strategy was to strafe, crouch, run, get to behind the bar. And once you crouch here behind the bar, you kind of de-aggro. And the part that I hadn't figured out yet was how to get past these fools without losing too much health. Because, oh, let me tell you, I would lose a lot of health on this part, without a doubt. And even though I got through on this part, it just didn't sit right with me how inefficient it was. But eventually, after a lot of patience and a lot of sneaking around and a lot of deciding when to go from crouching to running, I was able to get the juke of the century. Snake would be proud. I pick up this handgun ammo right here. I go into the chairman's office. Close the door behind me, of course. Now we get the moon quartz. And since we've done this a bunch of times, we already know the code for safely getting the quartz. Grab the red jewel. And now we make our escape. I gotta juke this guy right here. And I gotta move. I gotta move very quickly. And there's one more obstacle in my way. This freaking lady. Thankfully, I juke her. And we're free. Time to save. Finally. Holy shit, that took so long. Now with the power of the red jewel, we can get the hip pouch and the east wing key card. I ran through the east wing trying to figure out what the best approach is. Should I kill anyone in the operating room? No. Should I kill light switch guy? No. Should I kill the two on the stairs? Should I kill the surgeon? Can I kill all three? Maybe I use my one Requiem bullet here. Also, nothing in this room is of value to me. I don't even bother picking up the blood collector. Alright, so here's the East Wing plan, man. Starting from the last save, I have to get the hip pouch again. I gotta get the key card again. Mind you, getting the key card is not easy. I still gotta dodge this guy, and there's a big dude in the hallway that's looking for me. He's looking for my Lucky Charms. So the plan here is not die. I'm gonna put the quartz in the door. Grab this coin. Crack the safe. Grab the coins. Go and skip these fools in the operating room. Grab the coin. And then we're gonna run down this hallway and crouch in this room to de-aggro. Then we're gonna skip this guy right here. Gonna pop my Requiem bullet here.
Jesus.
Gonna grab this coin. And then... oh shit. I don't think I've gotten this far before. Should I save? Or should I unlock the shortcut? Alright, let's try to unlock the shortcut. Wait, what the fuck? This dude's still alive? Can't believe this guy is alive. Fuck my life. Fucking A. And now this girl. I might as well just take her out too. I end up wasting too much ammo here. But I'm too far in. There's no going back. Great. No more ammo. Fucking hell. After a couple of more thrusts to the booty, she finally succumbs to her fate. Okay, now with the shortcut unlocked, it is officially ink ribbon time. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Cue Lechonk. This little piggy is so big. Wait. Okay, there we go. This little piggy is so big, so scary, and so undeserving of any praise whatsoever. In order to continue, we need to get the corrosive. But how the fuck do you get past Lechonk without dying? Well, after a lot of trial and error, I learned that this part of the game is just a goddamn pain in the ass. And here's why. First, getting past Lechonk is simple. Look to your left and squeeze. If you don't squeeze, you get squeezed. Next, you gotta get the corrosive in this room. And in order to get by the scream, you gotta look towards the wall. For whatever reason, this works. But then this lady either grabs you and screams in your face, or just screams in your face. Not to mention, my health is dwindling, and I can't heal, so any contact with the enemy results in instant death. I'm sure any competent player has full health for the skip, but I don't have that luxury. Even after juking her by doing a long-winded turn, you gotta do something more. That's right, more juking. Problem is, this guy continues to take care of business. He's just not letting me through. This is clearly his turf, final line of defense type shit. And once you get past that part, you're gonna be in this, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I did it phase, but that sweet, sweet victory will not last long because you gotta get past Lechonk again. But after many more futile attempts, I finally got another golden juke, and I just had to lock in for the final juke. Somehow, someway, your boy did it. With the corrosive, I'm able to access the puzzle for the sun quartz and get the key needed for the organ box. I put the sun quartz away and make my way to the east wing closet for another ink ribbon, an empty bottle, and the pantry key. After retrieving the pantry key, I make my next save. Take note of this save, by the way, because we won't be saving again anytime soon. Alright boys, we have a variety of objectives ahead of us, and I'm being ambitious at this point in my run. Objective 1, retrieve handgun ammo. Objective 2, retrieve supplies from the pantry. Objective 3, retrieve the organs. At this point, I've collected a lot of antique coins and can purchase 30 bullets from the vending machine. I also collect a little extra from this vase. As I make my way to the level 1 security door, I run into this hombre. I expend some bullets and take care of him now because he is blocking a vital hallway. I also pick up this ink ribbon here in the nearby room. Oh, and this wrench, which we'll need for cold storage later. Objective 1 completo. Now the pantry is rough. In the pantry room, you have 3 homies taking a nap, and as soon as I open the door, I wake them up from their baby nap. Only plan is to de-aggro, wait for 2 of them to come out of the room, and then kill the one that stays behind. I ultimately ended up not killing him, and just saving my ammo by bypassing him and shooting him in the legs. And this room's important because I get an ink ribbon and a Reku EM bullet, which I may need later. Objective 2, completo. Now to get the first organ, we need to access cold storage. If you're patient, you can avoid this zombie here, and the butcher roaming the halls. This part is honestly crazy simple. You don't really have to kill anybody. Utilizing the wrench we got earlier, we access the room and acquire the artificial heart. Now we head on over to the garage, enter the key code in, and get the artificial lungs. Before we even get a chance to celebrate, This incompetent employee tries to run us over, but with a few well-placed bullets, we survive. Objective 3, Completo. Honestly, all of these objectives separately are relatively manageable, with the pantry being the more difficult part of this section. It's trying to do them all together that can be challenging, especially when you can't heal or use the blood collector for ammo or hemolytic injectors. All we gotta do now is make our way to the main lobby for a save, and holy fuck. Did that guy just turn into a blister head? I strongly debated on saving at this point, and I did my best to sneak past the guy, only to get surprised by yet another blister head. But thankfully, this guy just flat out ignored me. Now I make my save. With my 2 new organs, I make my way to the operating room, and it turns out this guy is a joke. Because you can just run away, and he'll just keel over and give up the goods. Wristband with security level 2, secured. Time to start the Braille puzzle. And collect wristband security level 3 off of the one guy whose job it was to keep this whole damn place secure. With security wristband level 3, we can rescue the little girl, who we are going to use to help us get the final quartz. However, getting there is quite the challenge, and while I was able to make it to the room with great difficulty, I needed a good strat I could replicate. You see, the holdout sequence is rather challenging, as the little girl takes a lot of time to solve the Braille puzzle. In fact, no matter what I do, she won't finish until some time after the blister head spawns. Thus, I needed to make it to the holdout sequence consistently so that I could practice a viable strat, as I just kept on dying.
I have to keep it together.
In addition, the skip is challenging, as while I'm holding this little girl, I am unable to attack or do much of anything. So here's the strat. Sneak past these 2 guys, run into the hallway, turn right, run up the stairs, de-aggro, and then make your way to the holdout sequence. I don't know if it was my luck or what, but the remaining blister heads were not in this main room.
We're close now. Here it is.
Braille holdout sequence essentially comes down to 2 waves of zombies, composed of 2 zombies each, followed by 1 blister head. Timer doesn't start until the blister head spawns, so all we gotta do is get past the first 2 waves and wait out the blister head. This room is small, and these zombies move relatively quickly. I started out with trying to kill the guy on the right, but he closed the distance quick. So I panic, throw some glass bottles, give him a little shove, back out of the room. As soon as I get somewhat close, I dip and make my way back over the window. The strat is to group them together and utilize that window to slow them down. But for some reason, they just don't want to group together. 2 down, 2 to go. The second wave starts the same, 1 guy coming in front and 1 guy coming from the side. I get some pressure on the side, so I jump forward here, make my way to a safe position, start unloading more bullets. And it's really about deciding when to fight and when to run. And I think I took a hit here. Ten bullets left and 1 Requiem bullet for emergencies. All I gotta do now is survive. Thankfully, I don't have to expend any ammo here. I save all my bullets. Turns out you can de-aggro this guy. I don't know if I just got lucky or what, but now all I gotta do is wait and pray. Good job, Emily. Good job. But no time to celebrate, because we get blasted.
Well done, Emily. Thank you.
With the capture of Emily, we now transition back to Leon, who's being tortured? Interrogated? I'm not really sure. Leon being Leon, escapes. And Victor, for some reason, decides he's got somewhere else to be. Or maybe it was Leon's aura that spooked Victor.
You're a dead man walking.
Regardless, I upgraded the 990 attack here before running into our good friend, Lechonk. Lechonk somehow finds his way into the attic. And I really like this boss fight, as it's a breath of fresh air after playing as Grace for so long. In my first few fights, I try to remember how to fight Lechonk. He's a normal type, fighting types. Wait, wrong game. First off, there's a statue over here that I can use that is low-key hit or miss. Sometimes you just end up on the wrong side of the statue, or sometimes it's just not quick enough. Another thing I learned is that every time Lechonk takes an axe to the face for the first time, Leon loves to use this one-liner.
Felt that one, huh? Felt that one, huh? Felt that one, huh?
Ultimately, I find that climbing the ladders, shooting the piggy in the face, and taking a leap with my axe is most effective. Yay! Yay! And with the power of the 990 attack, we make quick work of Lechonk. Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye.
Felt that one, huh?
Alright, boys. Time to go on a rampage.
Sorry to cut your act short.
Clearing out the care center, I make it to Victor's office, which is littered with blister heads. The unique part about this section of the game is that you can de-aggro enemies on the stairs, which allows me to R2 my way to victory. Careful with this guy though, he can slap you in midair. Once you finish off the last blister head, the elevator unlocks, some discoveries are made.
Pretty sure I found Victor's private office.
Nice work. Lock it up.
Yes, ma'am.
And we revert back to good old Claire. And I don't know about you guys, but I was not looking forward to playing as Claire again. Like, this is the first guy on this level, and look how many bullets I have left. I legit have to avoid enemy contact for as long as possible. So my objective is to find the 3 joint plugs, so I can rescue not only the little girl, but also myself. And in order to do so, I have to avoid the girl. You know, the girl. I start off by heading on over to this section of the dungeon, unlocking the safe, and picking up some ammo. With the power of my invisibility cloak, I grab the second plug. We proceed to the next area and get another bottle, as well as the square socket wrench. The girl appears yet again. Pop a bottle to avoid her. Grab the plug and then place it in the center here because the girl, of course, is in the way yet again. So I don't even bother exploring the open room here because I just don't have any resources that I can expend here. This is where I save. Now, in order to get to the third joint plug, I need to make my way through the collection pool. And I need 2 plugs to do so. The problem is that this executive is standing in my way, and I am constantly getting harassed and cornered here. Every time I shoot my gun, the girl shows up. And your boy's only got 9 bullets. What am I supposed to do with 9 bullets? I ultimately learned that if I go into the room prior to removing the other plug, the man in the suit won't be blocking my way, and I can remove the cover and place the first battery. I prevail, grab the forklift key, turn the crane, grab some supplies, and a new hip pouch. I leave the third plug behind for now, head to the collection pool, and grab both joint plugs here. Now I take the alternate route back to the other side of Trauma and Terror, and run into the girl and the zombie I didn't kill earlier. I'm hoping the girl kills the zombie, but for whatever reason, she doesn't. Either that zombie's OP or the girl isn't as strong as I thought. I eventually give up, turn the lights on when the time's right, and run back to my little hidey hole. After utilizing my knife and my melee technique, the zombie at long last succumbs to his fate. Doors open, boys. Let's proceed. Now, as I'm watching this back, I'm shaking my head because I got cornered here and I resorted to pistol whipping this fool. But alas, the true fool is myself. For now, I have 8 bullets. Ultimately, I end up scooching by him, and thankfully there's a ribbon here, which I quickly take advantage of. Thank you, developers. This next sequence is the only part of this area I was truly worried about. In addition to my 8 bullets, I pick up this Molotov cocktail and 8 more bullets for a total of 16 bullets. Attempt number 1, I set myself on fire. Attempt number 2, I get shredded. Attempt number 3, I send these 2 boys to the shredder. I then start looking for my next victims and toss my Molotov cocktail, this time without getting burned. And at this point, I'm desperate and start firing away at their legs, hoping to knock these guys down and give them a good old-fashioned kick to the face. All seems to be going well, but I end up getting a reality check. I regroup and get ready for one last stand, but by the time I turn around, my enemies vanish. Praised be. Now I need to collect all the batteries, starting with this one. Then I collect this one. Almost die. And finally, I collect the third and final battery. And with all 3 batteries in place, I am out of here. I, of course, grab Emily on my way out and run into the girl, who for some reason wants to play with me. Yet again.
Let's play. Here, I kept this safe for you.
Fortunately, Emily has a gift for me, and utilizing the final quartz, we escape the care center.
Hey! Stay right there.
Hey, it's okay. We're not infected.
But alas, we are not out of the woods yet. We run into a helicopter pilot on a smoke break. Unsurprisingly, this guy doesn't have the helicopter key, and so being the hero that I am, I break into Victor's homely abode to go look for the key. But instead of a simple grab and retrieve operation, I find not only a secret lab, but Victor himself. Now, Victor is in a good mood because his test results have come in and Elpis is within his grasp.
If all goes as planned, Elpis will soon be in our hands.
Except his key to Elpis, aka Grace, aka me, the player, is on the run. But Victor doesn't give a fuck and decides to blow up his secret laboratory. Cue my daring escape. and what inevitably becomes the beginning of many deaths. And what better way to prove how often I died than by taking a look at who killed me the most? Without further ado, let me introduce you to the players! At a whopping 240 pounds, we have Gramps. At a cool 150 pounds, we have Jose. In the back, we've got Slinky, and right next to him is Ricardo. At a slim 145 pounds, we've got Mike Wazowski. And at a slim, 140 pounds, we've got Mike Wazowski Jr. In the far back, we've got Juan. And at an eerie 0 pounds, we have the Ghost, Gasper. All right, we got one for Jose, one for Ricardo, one for Slinky, Mike, one for Gramps. This is probably Gasper. Okay. Gramps? That's Mike Jr. Gramps? Fucking Mike Jr. Juan? I think Jose's in the back, right? That was Casper twice. Mike Jr. Mike Jr. Mike Jr. again. Jose. Casper. Gramps. Casper. I think Casper's in the lead. Gramps. Casper. Mike Jr. Or maybe it's Mike Jr. Mike Jr. again. Gramps. Mike. Gramps. No idea. We'll give it to Casper. That is Mike. Or is that Ricardo? That was Ricardo. That's Jose. Gramps. Jose. And Casper. Time to do the tally. In last place is Juan and Slinky with a total of 1 kill per. In next place is Mike and Ricardo with a total of 2 kills per. In fourth place is Jose with a total of 3 kills. In third place is Mike Jr. with 7 kills. In second place we have Casper with 8 kills. And your new heavyweight champion of the world is Gramps with 9 kills. My God, finally done with that part. Took me way too long. I mean, to be fair, your boy can't heal. Now this next room I hesitated because I was under the presumption that I made it to the next round of getting smacked, and I was going to be sent back to the beginning. There's a lot of guys in this room, but no. The environment takes good care of me. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm cooking at this point. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. I'm at a point where I can claim that I'm that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Okay.
Okay?
Thankfully, there's an autosave.
Shit.
Switch back to first person mode, and with a little juke, I am back in business. Now, one would think this is the end of the story, but at this point, we all know what happens next. We crash land, helicopter dude doesn't make it, Leon covers us from the sky, thank you, Eagle Eye. Leon chases after us and fights the boss, and even though I have little to no health, Leon makes quick work of this guy thanks to ads and axes. Ads and axes. If you know, you know. And then for whatever reason, we get yet another surprise visit from the girl. That's right, boys. Playtime is back on the menu. The game of choice, you ask? Why, it's hide and seek, of course. Oh, what the fuck? Where did she come from, bruh? Albeit a violent hide and seek. Also, note to self, you don't need to waste any bullets here. Following the demise of the girl, another girl is born. Thankfully, Leon doesn't give a fuck, and he quickly unloads his clip. Consequently, Grace gets depressed, and for some unknown reason gets poached by the enemy. And her depression single-handedly ends Victor's kidnapping career.
I'd like you to come with me.
Come with you.
Sprinkle in the pretty boy, Mr. Wesker Light, and Grace is gone. So at this point in the run, I'm praying that Leon's health gets reset. And remember, I had no health prior to this part. Come on, baby. Full health after the time skip. Come on. Alright, full health? Full health, baby! Let's fucking go! Yes! With our newfound pool of health, we go adventuring into Raccoon City, and we run into a mutated spider. My goal here was to lose absolutely 0 health. Let me show you how I did it. To start, I unload 6 shots of my 990 tac and make a run to the first explosive of the arena.
Guess I gotta squash.
With proper timing, the spider will angle the cheeks in the right direction where Leon can unload. The spider retreats, I reload, and chase him to get a few more shots in. As I'm gathering ammo and I'm waiting for the spider to appear, something unexpected occurs. I've never seen this in my life. What the fuck? Yo. Now, I'm not sure if that sequence leads to more damage on the boss, but we can now continue onwards to the next explosive. Be careful here, because if you get too greedy, you can get smacked. But practice your timing, and you too can defeat the spider.
Haven't you had enough? I don't have time for this control.
Clean, baby. Baby girl. Raccoon City. Love it or hate it, this is the open world-esque part of the game, and I'm not gonna lie, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, since this part of the game is open world, let me map out the route. To progress, we need to arm this bomb, and in order to do so, we need 3 key pieces to build a detonator. First, we need the distributor, which can be found in the warehouse. Then we'll need the signal receiver, which can be found on the rooftop. But in order to get there, we have to open up the garage gate, which will require 2 batteries. One can be found in the underground parking garage, and the other can be found in the sewage facility. In addition, in order to access the roof, we need to acquire a crank, which can be found in the Cedar Brook apartments. Finally, the relay can be found in the skyscraper. But the zipline providing access to this area is locked behind a gate. To power the gate and gain access to the zipline, we need gas, which can be found in, you guessed it, the gas station. Got it? Still following along? Any questions? No? Alright, let's continue. Also, back to Grace. Why did she join these guys again? Did she forget she's an FBI agent? Isn't she supposed to be investigating the Renwood Hotel? Did she forget she got kidnapped? Anyways, on to the warehouse. I had a lot of fun in here just messing around, but ultimately, I liked picking off the first guy with the sniper and using grenades against groups of enemies. Now, it's important to always be wary of your back, as these guys like to come around and catch you off guard. If you pull back here, no one can stab you in the back, so it may behoove you to follow suit and do the same. The last guy I liked picking off with my machine gun. And I highly recommend backtracking and saving here, because upstairs can be a little tricky. Holy shit! What the fuck? Case in point. Nevertheless, I take care of business. And we secure the distributor. For my next objective, I make my way to the garage to locate my first battery. I start off a little stealthy and channel my inner Grace. That doesn't last long. Some blister heads spawn. My parry skills have developed over the course of the game. Well, I'm not perfect. But I clean house and collect battery numero uno. For battery numero dos, I head over to the sewage facility and make light work out of my first 3 foes. However, this next phase is not light work, as I have to turn the wheel in order to proceed. I try running far away to get Big Boy as far away from me as possible, but the ads ain't playing no games and make light work out of me. Trust me, I tried a few times. I even tried throwing a grenade at Big Boy to hopefully gain some time, but for whatever reason, my timing and or throw is off. So I go back to my initial plan, except this time I make sure to clean out all the ads. I succeed and I don't even bother wasting time on Big Boy and collect battery numero dos. With the power of the batteries, we proceed to our next area and make a pit stop at the gas station. Now the gas station is tough. I do my best to conserve ammo on the ads, but they are literally everywhere, and I have to move fast and aim true. And after defeating all the ads, the Chainsaw Man spawns and eats bullets for breakfast. I switch tactics to fighting Chainsaw with Chainsaw and channel my inner Denji, but to no avail. Oof. Parry's on fleek, but even the environment is up against me. No! This fucking fire, bruh. Brother. Oh my god. And I start dying repeatedly. Kinda fed up with this shit. And then let's not forget, your boy can be cheats at times. Breh. Remember, I can't heal, but I never gave up, and ultimately, I utilized everything in my arsenal. I didn't lose a single thing of health. Let's fucking go, brother. Yes, sir. What it do, boo-boo? What it do? Gasolina secured. Our next stop is the Cedarbrook Apartments, where we lose a smidge of health trying to conserve ammo and pick up the crank. Crank secured. We then use the crank to unlock the gate leading to the roof. The roof is what I consider a mortar playground. There's a lot of bullets flying around here, but nothing crazy is in my way. I just have to be careful not to lose any health on my way to the mortar. Oh, come on! Holy shit. Shit balls! The mortar makes light work of the remaining enemies, and I grab the signal receiver. Signal receiver acquired. By the way, I'm constantly upgrading on the side. Time to head over to the skyscraper. This building is machine gun heaven not only for me, but for my enemies. I trade a few bullets, and before I know it, I find the relay. Pretty simple. Relay acquired. But getting down from the skyscraper proves a little more challenging. Sniping proves fruitful in this area, but due to carelessness, they shave off some more of my health. What the fuck? Where did this asshole come from? I also run into another chainsaw man on my way down. But for whatever reason, this one seemed to be less powerful. Cue the elevator scene where I miss my parry and get smacked. Damn it. Take the next one, buddy boy. But I don't miss again, and before you know it, the cutscene saves the day. Nice! With the final piece to the puzzle, we arm the detonator and detonate the gate. Chariot race ensues, but it doesn't last long. After eliminating Victor, we hit some hardcore nostalgia. Pick up the Power Shades charm and catch up to Grace and Wesker Light.
And you are the key to retrieving Elpis.
More bullshit is spread, an orphanage flashback ensues, and Grace starts experiencing some hardcore PTSD. Leon interrupts, shoots some bullets, but again, this is Wesker Light. Now, even though Wesker Light can probably kick my ass in 7 minutes or less, Mr. T appears and decides he's gonna kick my ass instead. Also, side note, I pick up the cute bear charm and add it to my arsenal before meeting Mr. T outside.
Fuck me.
Mr. T is one badass motherfucker. And he ain't playing no games. Treating Leon like duplicate, hopping like Mario, and even attacking my frames. Let me get out of here! Holy shit! After getting my ass kicked several times, I suffered through not only the drop frames, but the dropped cars. How did I fuck that up? I missed key parry, but I'm not aiming for perfection at this point because I'm hoping my health will get replenished yet again. He finally drops to his knee one last time. Woo! Fuck out of here, Mr. T. With Mr. T out of the way, we make our way underground and run into the next boss. It's this giant plant thing. Mr. T was fun to fight. This plant, however, not so fun. You bitch! Learning when to run left or right was a very frustrating experience, but eventually I learned the timing and kept it pushing. We can do better, we can do better. While I did prevail, I wanted to try and beat this boss without losing any health, because there was no guarantee the developers were gonna throw me a bone and replenish my health at this point. You fucking bitch! I should have just went with that other one. At first I thought I made a mistake, but eventually I was able to beat the giant plant without losing any health. Woo! Let's fucking go, baby! Perfect! I swear to God, if it gives me full health after all this, I'm gonna be laughing because I didn't need to play it so perfect. You know? We'll see. So good to be done with that though. Fucking hell. Now I'm excited, and although I didn't get my health replenished, I didn't think I could get this far. I could have still been stuck in the care center, but instead we finally made it to Ark. I start off strong with a grenade and shotgun to this guy's face. Get it right, get it tight! I rob them, take all your machine gun ammo. Bitch! I then proceed to struggle a little bit as my aiming isn't anything fancy and my enemies are better than your average stormtrooper. Eat shit, motherfucker! I eventually get some good shots in. Free my ally. And then ultimately betray my ally. My short reign of terror comes to an end, and boss meets boss.
Not necessary. I'll neutralize the target myself.
The man, the myth, the legend himself appears, and in this difficulty, with no heals. Oh, and no blood collector, of course, but that only affects Grace. He truly lives up to his nickname, the Grim Reaper. Damn! Got smoked. You son of a bitch! Jesus. Jesus! This might take a while. It did indeed take a while. Not only did it take a while, it took forever. It felt like the developer changed from Capcom to From Software. You bitch! I mean, this guy is dodging point-blank Requiem bullets. What else am I supposed to do? I hate this guy. Fucking hate this guy. As you can tell, I really started to hate this guy. I even started to question if I was still using Mortal's Edge. Is this Mortal's Edge? Now you might be wondering when I'm gonna stop dying and finally succeed. And as I'm editing this video, I'm wondering the exact same thing. I'm getting tired of scrubbing through endless deaths. I eventually realized that I need to switch to first person, but nothing changes. Kidding. It does indeed get easier to parry. A part of me starts to think I've hit the end of the road and the challenge ends here. I mean, he just keeps on killing me over and over again. Ah, I fucking hate this guy. What the fuck, bro? Fuck! Fuck! Can't beat this fucking cunt. What the fuck? Fuck you, you fucking bitch. It doesn't even fall for this desperate parry spam. You cunt! You fucking cuntsicle! But I do end up beating him, albeit I've got no health left. Did I just beat him? Let's fucking go! But we can do better, right? We can do better. Let's try to get at least yellow, you know? So I try again, aiming for yellow, and put myself through torture to maximize my chances at completing this challenge. And just like my journey fighting bosses like Melania, Mesmer, and Thomas Consort Radon, I slowly get better over time and end up achieving my goal. Woo! That was better. Yeah! Goodbye, and good night. With victory in hand and my teabagging out of the way, I switch back to third person. Oh, what the fuck? No! Who the fuck? No! Was there an autosave? That's insane that that just happened. Thank God there's an autosave, brother. No, seriously. Thank God there's an autosave. I did not want to do that again. But at the same time, this autosave isn't very convenient.
Shit, not good.
Alright, we're gonna try a grenade.
Here you go.
Yo! My enemies really caught me by surprise, but they don't last long. And before you know it, I catch up to Grace and Westerlight.
Aren't we fancy?
The dance begins with Leon's throat getting chopped and his gut getting knocked. Thankfully, Grace comes to her senses and creates a distraction, leading to a daring escape.
Come on!
And now is where the prayers begin, because last we left Grace, she had no health. We just need one more Hail Mary. Aw, shit. I'm in danger. She does not get new health. Holy fuck. It's been so long. How do you still have red health? What the fuck, bro? So now I'm playing Alien Isolation again with no health. And I realize that when I die, there's no nearby autosave. Oh! I can't parry. Holy. Oh, brother, I'm hella far. So don't be like me and make sure you save. Step 1, sneak past liquor, empty the safe. Step 2, throw glass bottle and sneak past these fools. Step 3, grab override key. Step 4, die. Shit balls! Step 5, run this time. Step 6, throw glass bottle. Step 7, die. Step 8, try new tactic. Step 9, cry. Step 10, oh, we're still on step 9. Step 10, get lucky. We sprinting. Woo! Can they follow me out here? Fuck yeah, brother. Let's fucking go. Now we save and play some more hide and seek, except this time with the liquors. Shit balls. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that worked. We free Leon, get the next key, and continue onwards. Hello, Liquor. Goodbye, Liquor. In this next room, after disposing of our friend here, we crack the safe and get some goods. Since we can't craft bottles of acid, we need every bottle we can get. Each bottle is precious, so make sure you go for a 2-for-1 combo like so. And don't try to open every container. Some have ammo like this one, but others are traps. With a little patience, you can get upstairs without wasting any more resources. And once you get upstairs, you collect the orb, and we save again. Our next game is Ring Around the Rosie. The game doesn't end well, and we utilize another acid here. Now we can deposit the first orb and make our next save. This next part is borderline impossible. We're trapped. One liquor in front, one in the back, and a zombie and myself in the middle. Fucking hell. And for some reason this door doesn't open. Must be the change to insanity difficulty. The door really does make things a lot easier. I eventually try to utilize my last acid with another 2-for-1, but it proves challenging. I then switch to throwing a glass bottle and acid bottle thereafter. And while it isn't perfect, it doesn't matter because I clean up nicely with my Molotov cocktail. These next few guys I clean up one by one so I can reach the door. Jesus Christ, man. I don't even know what's behind this door, brother. It's this part of the game. I'm cooked, bro. This is where my memory kicked in, and I remembered what happens next. With my last Molotov cocktail, I make my escape. How do I open that door? Oh, I made it. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Time to deposit the second orb and switch back to Leon. Man, it feels good to be Leon again. Ruh-roh. Oh! Except Leon isn't fully healthy at this point in the game. Apparently he's infected. He's been infected for a long time. This next part works best if you retreat first so you're not in the middle of two lickers. And the rest is easy pickings. The machine gun just proves to be the best weapon for these guys. Example A. Example B. Oh. Hang on. Example B. Example C. Example D. Example E. Okay, I think you guys get the point. Oh, but I do lose some health here. I'm trying to conserve ammo again. Now this next room is a pain in the ass, and there's no strategy. You're essentially stuck in this room with a bunch of liquors, and there's not enough ammo in the clip. I mean, it's not a recipe for success. Also, your boy can't parry. My god. Let me repeat, there is no strategy. I'm literally just running around, throwing grenades, trying to parry when I can. Woo, what's that? Yeah, I don't even know what I did, but yeah. And hoping for the best. Fuck! Doing so good too. Holy shit, this is impossible. What am I supposed to do? This is impossible. Now something odd happens here. I get this lucky toss, and for some reason, all the homies grouped up at long last and died. Except for that guy. That guy is a pain in the ass, still alive. Didn't want to go down with the rest of the homies. No matter. Did I get everybody there? There's no way there's a wave 2, right? Unfortunately, there is a wave 2, but at least it's not lickers. Thankfully, I lock in and annihilate my foes. Man, I got so lucky with that first explosion. Holy shit. Also, fun fact, Grace is back at full health. Oh, I have green health. At long last.
She is my hope.
I know the password.
Fulfill your destiny, and all will be forgiven.
Only if you let Leon live.
Very well.
Two endings to choose from here. Obviously, I'm going to choose Hope because I want to see Wesker Light get called out by Victor. But at the same time, I know you guys will call me out in the comments if I chose to end the run here.
Atonement. It's an antiviral.
You are nothing but an imitation.
Grace saves Leon, and Leon gets right back to kicking ass.
Time to bury Umbrella's last skeleton.
Alright, we've made it to the final boss, and it is the ex-abductor himself, Victor. Now, some things worth noting here. I am at about a quarter health left for this fight, and I have to go borderline no hit. Because obviously, if I get hit, I'm gonna die. There's a quarter left here, come on. Obviously, I didn't kill Victor first try. But I do want to note that I did get him to drop the RPG in a few tries, but I didn't end up using it to end phase 1, and was trying to save the RPG for phase 2. In doing so, I died before getting to phase 2. I would run out of ammo or run out of health, one or the other. Probably not ammo, probably more than likely was health, due to a skill issue. It took me a few more tries to finally get him to drop the RPG again. Apparently, you gotta be quick on your feet and shoot him with enough damage right when he tries to shoot you without blowing up the RPG in order to get him to drop the RPG. It can be quite difficult, quite challenging, unless you've done it a bunch of times. Trust me, it took me a bunch of times. And the frustrating part for this fight is when he jumps away and starts his lightning phase. Took me a while to figure that part out. I feel like on the lower difficulties, you don't really learn a boss. But for higher difficulties, you really do have to learn the boss, especially when you have a smidge of health. And so I learned the boss. I learned how to do it properly, run, all my timing, shoot, run, that kind of thing. And finally, I get the RPG. And I use it this time. Oh, thank God, there's an autosave. Phase 2, on the other hand, a lot easier. Also took me a few tries, but ultimately, I prevailed. Oh shit, it's not over. Oh my God, dude. Finally. This cursed run is over. Yo. Shit was hella hard, my guy. Disclaimer, this is my first challenge run that I've ever done. I originally recorded this back in May, but it took me fiveever to edit. Please let me know if you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more, you know what to do. Thanks for watching.